singing with myself, Tracy Bailey. I'm looking forward to working with you all. So if you can make sure that all of your screens are on so that I can see you. Now, are we missing somebody? Because I think I was told that I had 5 people on today. So I'm not quite sure who I'm missing, but hopefully they'll come on in a moment. Can you just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, please? Awesome. Excellent, excellent. So we are going to start today with a warm-up session that we're all going to take part in. So we're just going to work through some good understanding of warm-ups and why we do warm-ups. So we'll work through them together so that you're all warmed up, and then you're going to take turns in singing. Now, it works out that you have about 10 minutes each so that you can sing a whole song rather than just a little bit of a song. So I want to hear a whole song from you. And then what we can do is we can work on various elements of your vocal technique in that 10 minutes so that I can give you some tools. So I like to think that the things that I give you are like tools for your vocal toolbox so that you can take them out and you can use them when you're doing any sort of singing at home. So we're going to be looking at making sure we've got really good space, that we're supporting our air properly, that we're not singing down our nose, so that we've got some good vowel sounds happening, our A, E, I, O, U. So I'm just thinking that I'm sure that Nordy said that we had 5 young people on today, and at the moment there are only 4. So somebody may join us a little bit later. So we are going to start. It's just gone 5 o'clock. So I am Tracy Bailey, and I've been teaching for many years now, and I teach all sorts of singing. My passions are a cappella, harmony, and also musical theatre. So I really adore those, though I teach all different forms, including pop, rock, country, choral. I don't teach much opera because I've never been asked yet, but hey, who knows? Who knows, that might happen. So I'm hoping that you've all got a song prepared that you're going to sing for me today. So we're literally going to start now, and we're going to work through like a sequence of warm-ups. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that if we're sitting, that we are sat upright. We're not going to be slouching forward or leaning down on anything. We're going to just stay nice and tall. So I'm sat on the very edge of my piano stool so that my feet are touching the floor rather than sitting back where I tend to want to squish in. So we're going to say nice and tall all of the time. Here's our last person coming on to join us, which is lovely. So we won't start any warm-ups until Gary is on. And we'll just wait because they'll be on in a moment. So we're going to think about your posture. I mean, how many of you, I know that we're doing a lot of Zoom singing at the moment. I'm sure you're doing the same. And it's really easy when you're Zoom singing to kind of just sit in a real kind of bleh. And that doesn't help our voice, because remember, we have an air instrument here and the air comes from our lungs. So we want to make sure that we use those. Hello, Gary. Welcome, welcome. So if you'd like to pop your video on in a moment, once you're ready, and then we will. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you. Good. So we've got a full house now of our singers for today, which is brilliant. So we're going to just work through some posture. So if you can touch your feet to the floor, just make sure that your feet can touch the floor. If not, and you're sat and your feet don't touch the floor when you sit properly, just make sure you stay nice and tall. We're just going to make sure that our rib cage is lifted, our shoulders are relaxed. So if we put our shoulders up to our ears and just let them drop. Okay, let's try that once more. Up to your ears and let them drop. Excellent, good. So can you feel how heavy those shoulders then get when they're just relaxed, which is what we want them to do. Then we want to think about our head. Now, as a singer, so I'm going to just turn sideways a little bit so you can see me. We don't want to be sticking our chin forward. We don't want to be sticking our head up or down. We want it in and down as into the chest. We want it, chin is slightly down, but we have a longer back of neck than front of neck. So we're going to make sure that we have, you can almost rest your chin on your finger so that you have a nice stretch at the back there. Okay, so we're sat nicely, our shoulders are relaxed, and we're ready to do some breathing, which is the most important part about singing, is to get our breath support working. So we are going to breathe today on a s, okay, and we're going to go s, s, s. Okay, 1, 2, 3, push. Are we ready? And s, s, s. Good. Now you should feel your diaphragm and your upper tummy starting to bounce with that. Shh, shh, shh. So can you put your hands here? Okay, I'll just stand up a little bit here. Shh, shh, shh. Okay, let's do that again. Good. Now we're going to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your turn. And you can always take your sound off for a little bit so I can at least hear you, though we will all sound a bit like snakes because all you're going to hear is lots of sissing. But at least I know that you're doing it with me and I'm not here all by myself. Okay, so we're going to do the 3 and the 5 together now. So we're going to go. Are we ready? Let's do that together. And good. We're going to now do it on an F for fish. Are we ready? Good. Let's do it once more. Good. Now we're going to change it to the sh. Are we ready? And good. Excellent. And I know we're going to hear you, but it's good. So let's do it once more. And excellent. Good. So we're really using that. Now I want you to go. Woo, 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 woo. Are we ready? And woo, 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 woo. Good. Can you feel that with a V? Now we're going to try it on a J, which is a J-E, a J, J sound. And J, 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 J. Your turn. J, 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 J. Good. Now, can you please do some bubbling for me or roll your R's? So we're going to go. Now, some of you can do it like this. And if you can't do that, then do it again on a V. Are we ready? Let's do that together. We're just going to turn our sound in a big circle. And once more. So I prefer to bubble, but you can go or you can go whichever works for you. Good. Now I would like you to breathe in for me and show me a happy, surprised face. Are we ready? We're going to happy, surprised face. Excellent. When you do that, can you feel the lift inside your mouth? Let's try that again. Happy, surprised face. Can you feel how the soft palate lifts up? Which is great because we want that soft palate out of the way because that's where we're going to do some of our singing in that happy, surprised face. Good. Let's do some NG slides. So sing. I just want that bit and we're just going to go. Are we ready? And last one. Good. So that's warming up the larynx in a nice, safe way. We're now going to do some blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're going to go blah, 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 blah. Can you feel how the tongue and the jaw move together? And blah, 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 blah. Good. So that exercise is keeping the tongue and the jaw very relaxed. It's working together, because what happens sometimes is that we can get quite tense with our jaw. That's quite tight when we're trying to clench our teeth and sing. And I'm going to be talking to you, I'm sure, about lots of space today and how we can help our voice work much better if we maintain a good space in the mouth. So we're going to do ya ya now. And we're going to do ya 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 ya. Are you ready? And ya 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 ya. 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 Good. So we're now starting to expand our range. We're going to do some hey. So you're going to go hey, hey, and hey, 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 hey. And we go down one more. Hey. Good. Doesn't matter if you can't reach there, just try your best. That's fabulous. So we are going to finish this little warm-up that we've done together with a tongue twister, okay, to make our mouths move a little bit more. And it's just fresh, flat fish. Fresh, flat fish. And it goes, fresh, flat fish, fresh, flat fish, fresh, flat fish. Ready? Fresh, flat fish, fresh, flat fish, fresh, flat fish. I want you to engage all your air, and I want you to sing fresh, flat fish to the room. Are we ready? Fresh, flat fish, fresh, flat fish, fresh, flat fish. So that's a very quick warm-up that we've done to get all of you ready to sing to me. I'm not quite sure in which order you would like to go, but I'm hoping that we can get you to have about 10 minutes per singer, and you get the chance to sing one whole song before I do any interrupting whatsoever. I would like you to sing me a whole song. Would anybody like to go first? Is anybody wanting to go first, or do I just have to say, I'll just choose whoever's at the front of my screen? Is that easier? Okay, so I have Ananthu on my screen. So can you unmute yourself, Ananthu, please? All right, so if you can, hello, excellent.
Hello?
Hello, welcome, welcome.
Yes,
So,
I can hear.
Ananthu, what song would you like to sing today, please?
Today I will be singing Believer from Imagine Dragons.
Excellent, okay. There's quite a lot of echo on the feedback coming through. So I'm going to mute myself also while you sing, because I want you to sing the whole song through first. Can I ask why you've chosen this song? What is it about this song that makes you want to sing it?
Well, I'm a big fan of these like pop musics.
Okay.
And I really like Imagine Dragons, and there's a rapping part, which is not such a big rapping part, but it's quick and it's challenging, and I sort of like that.
Okay, excellent. I love Believer by Imagine Dragons. I'm going to mute myself, so I'm ready for you to sing whenever you wish.
Okay. Okay. Just.
Go a little right. Little back. Okay. Can I see?
Yep.
Are you ready? Whenever you're ready.
You ready?
Yep. First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second thing, second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the sail, I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, I'm the master of my sea. Oh, I was broken from a young age, took my soak into the masses. Ran my poems for the few that look at me, took on me, shook on me, feeling me, singing from heartache, from the pain, taking the message from the vein, speaking my lessons from the brain, seeing the beauty through the pain. You made me, oh, you made me a believer, believer. Pain, you break me down, you build me up, believer, believer. Pain, oh let the bullets fly, oh let them rain. My love, my drive that came from pain. You made me, oh, you made me a believer, believer. Third things third, send a prayer to the ones up above. All the hate that you heard has turned your spirit to a dove. Oh, ooh, your spirit up above. Oh, I was choking in the crowd, living my brain up in the cloud, fall like ashes to the ground. Hoping my feelings they would drown, but they never did, ever did, ever that fraud inhibited, limited till it pulled down and it rained down. It rained down like pain. You made me, oh, you made me a believer, believer. Pain, you break me down, you build me up, believer, believer. Pain, oh let the bullets fly, let them rain. My life, my love, my God, that came from pain. You made me, oh, you made me a believer, believer. Last things last, by the grace of the fire and the flames. You're the face of the future, the blood in my veins. Oh, ooh, the blood in my veins. Oh, ooh. But they never did, ever did, ever not throwing inhibited, limited till it rolled down and it rained down. It rained down like pain. You made me, oh, you made me a believer, believer. Pain, you break me down, you build me up, believer, believer. Pain, oh let the bullets fly, let them rain. My life, my love, my God, that came from pain. You made me, oh, you made me a believer, believer.
happy and controlled. I could hear most of those words, which were fabulous, because there are an awful lot of those words that you have to fit in. So I was looking at your head and I was looking at your mouth. So that's good. You had a nice space inside the mouth. So what I'd like to do is I'd like you to think about breathing into the high notes. You know, when you go, pain, you made me, I believe. I want you to think about breathing into those high notes before you sing them. Now, I know that sounds really strange, but I want you to, I'm just going to give you a little something to try and sing with me. So I'd just like you to sing la, la for me. Can you do the low note and then the high note?
La, la,
Okay,
la.
good. So I would like you to think about, we're going to breathe into that, take a breath and just sing the low note. La. Now I'm going to take a different breath and breathe into the high note. La. So the note that the breath that you take for the higher note is slightly different from the breath that you take for the lower note, because you position yourself in that good space. So when you're singing into your pain, you made me, you made, I want you to be really thinking about that good breath that you take and support that sound just a little bit more, because that was the only bit that I could hear where I could feel it sounded just a little bit squeezy. Do you know what I mean by squeezy, where you can actually feel it when you're singing it in your throat? And you sometimes feel that it gets a bit, and you're like, oh. So what I'd like you to think about is to breathe into those high notes with a good lift. Can you see that I'm not kind of just going, I'm like breathing into those high notes. Remember we talked about happy surprise when we were doing our warm-ups?
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. So think about that happy surprise breathing. You made me up. And you're already in that good high space, ready to sing those notes without it being so squeezed. Okay. So could you try that without putting the music on? Can you just try taking that breath in, that happy surprised face, and just singing that little bit for me without the music? It's a cappella.
Pain, you made me a believer, believer. Pain, you bring me down, you build me up, believer, believer.
Okay, so was that a little bit easier for you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I just want you to think about that nice, happy breathe-in space so that we're creating a much better, we're not thinking about going from down low to up high. We've breathed into those high notes, and that will just be an easier for you. It won't sound a little bit constricted like it did. But that was a fabulous song. I love that song. It's brilliant. And that's the bit that I've written down is excellent singing, excellent singing. You look like you were having great fun singing it, which is brilliant. And we always want to have fun with our singing. We don't want to be sad and singing. We always want to be happy singing. And then breathe into those high notes just a little bit more, and that will just relax the throat, the jaw and the tongue a little bit, so it's not so squeezy. And that should help you, and it won't catch so much then. Sometimes when we sing high notes, if we're not prepared for them, they catch us unawares, and it just sounds a little bit constricted. But that was great. Well done, you. So everybody, let's give them a big clap.
Thanks a lot.
You're very, very welcome. Okay, so who have I got next? On my screen, I have Jeff next. So Jeff, would you like to unmute? Excellent. So I can, hello, how are you?
Good.
Excellent. So Jeff, what song are you going to sing for us today?
I'll be singing Attention by Charlie Puth.
Attention by Charlie Puth. Okay. And can you tell me why you like this song?
I feel like this song is like for my level of voice.
Okay.
So like, because some of the other songs, I like them, but then like, how do you say it? Like, they don't really fit with my voice.
Okay. So do you find it difficult singing higher or lower?
Well, I don't mind singing both of them, but usually most of the time I sing higher.
Sing higher. So when it gets a bit low, do you find that your voice doesn't do what you'd like it to do?
Yeah, but this one, when I was practicing, everything went a bit smoothly. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I don't know this song, so this is going to be brilliant for me too. So I'm going to mute so that you can play your song, please. Let's hear you sing.
Okay, thank you. 1 second, let me just get the song ready. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Okay. Whoa, You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. You've been going around every party in LA. 'Cause you knew that I'd be a one. Oh, I know the dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all upon you, what you expect. But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention, I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Oh, you've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. Baby, another way, right here standing face to face. You already know that you won. Oh, I know the dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all upon you, what you expect. But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention, I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Oh, what are you doing to me? What are you doing, huh? What are you doing to me? What are you doing, huh? What are you doing to me? What are you doing, huh? What are you doing to me? What are you doing, huh? I know the dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all upon you, what you expect. But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention, I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Oh, what are you doing to me? What are you doing, huh? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? Yeah, you just want attention, I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Oh, thank you.
Excellent. Well done. Fabulous. Nice song.
Okay.
Lovely tone. Lovely tone.
Thank
So I'm going to give you a tool for your toolbox when you're singing. And that's about just supporting your breath just a little bit more. So
Actually,
that,
when I was singing, the water came in my throat and it was just tickling me, so I had to quickly swallow it.
that's okay. That's okay. Yes, it's pesky when that happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was just thinking that we want to make sure that we can sing right to the end of the phrase.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. So if we're thinking da 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 da, so we want to think about that breath support. So when we take that breath in, so
Yeah.
I think can you just sing? Can you take a good breath in? And I want you to put your hands here, either side of your ribs. So a little bit higher for me, where your ribs come out. So when you put your hands here, can you take, that's it. Can you take a breath in? Can you feel your hands being pushed out? And then they come back in again? Okay, so I would like you to take your breath for me, and I would like you, when you sing, to also try and keep your hands from coming in. They will come in because they have to as your breath goes. But I want you to just focus a little bit more on those hands, maybe just staying out a bit while you sing me a phrase. So could you sing me some of the song, and we're going to take the breath and then sing.
Yeah, you just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hit the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you.
Excellent. So can you think about the ends of your words? So you just want attention. That was great. Something about heart.
You don't want my heart.
You don't want my heart.
You don't want my heart.
Yeah, make sure you put your t on the end of heart. It doesn't have to be a big t. I don't want you spitting down the microphone because that's not attractive to anybody. But
you don't want my heart.
That's just a little,
Yes.
just a little bit. That one, just a less than that, but more than what you did
You don't
before.
want my heart.
Yeah. You don't want my heart. It's
You
just,
don't want my heart.
that's it, just a little bit, so it finishes off the word, okay? Because we get very, very good sometimes at listening to how other people sing, and that sometimes they don't put their ends of words on. So
Actually, I can't remember, but I think, I'm not sure, but I think that in the song that it just says like that's the style of it.
yeah, it will be. It will
Sometimes.
be. But as a singing teacher, you see, I'm going to ask you to make sure that I can hear your words properly.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you to sing that one again for me. Not with the music, but I want you to just, you can take your hands down now. All I wanted you to do was feel how those ribs are working as you breathe. Okay, so we're going to keep our shoulders down. We're not going to move our shoulders. So I want you to imagine you're carrying 2 heavy bags of shopping. So you can't now lift your shoulders, which means when you breathe up, it feels like you're blowing up a beach ball in your tummy. Can you do that? Can you breathe in? Okay, try and keep the shoulders down. I know, when I say shoulders down, everyone goes, shoulders. So if I take my breath now, you look at my shoulders. Could you see them move?
No.
No. So I'd like you to try and keep your shoulders and use your tummy muscles a little bit more, okay? So think about blowing a beach ball up in your tummy. You don't want attention. Okay, so you sing your bit for me. Think about your breath.
You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you.
Good. So we have a T on the end of start, and we need to make sure we just finish new. So, but I'm adoring your voice. Your voice sounds awesome.
Thank you.
It is a really lovely tone of voice. So I'm just being picky to help you think about that breath support. So can we just do it once more before we move on to our next singer?
So should I sing the main bit?
Just
again?
sing that bit again, and just don't go, because immediately you've put yourself under pressure. Like that, you can't sing, so just try and...
You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you.
Excellent. So I would like you to play with your breath a little bit more and see how that works for you and see if that just helps you get to where you want to be. But that was fab. Thank you very much. We're going to move straight on to our next singer, which is Hannah. So Hannah, if you would like to unmute yourself, please, and let me know what you're going to sing. Thank you very much indeed, Jeff. That was awesome.
I'm going to be singing Light of the World by Tim Hughes.
Okay, Light of the World by Tim Hughes. And why that particular song?
Well, I had 2 songs picked out, and then while I was singing this one, it went way smoothly than the other one, and it was
Okay.
easier to sing.
Okay. Right, well, I'm ready when you are. Are you ready? Have you got your song ready?
Yes.
Excellent. I will mute myself so I can. I can't hear you, Hannah. Sorry, Hannah, I can't hear you. Are you there? Oh, as Hannah's connection disappeared, hopefully the gentleman from Cheetahs Valley will be able to sort that. So should we move on? Nelson, would you like to come on and sing a minute while Cheetahs Valley, can we try and get Hannah back, please? And I'll move on to Nelson and tell Hannah that she can go on after Nelson's son.
Okay,
Thanks.
Can you hear me?
Nelson, I can just about hear you, yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Okay. I think Hannah's coming back on, but if you go for your song a moment and then Hannah can take time to just get herself back together again, because I think we just lost connection.
Okay.
What song are you singing, Nelson?
So I'm singing My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
Excellent. Okay, I know that one. My Heart Will Go On. Why that song?
Because it's like one of my favorite songs, and who doesn't know it? Who doesn't know that song, to be honest?
Okay. My Heart Will Go On. Very famous from Titanic.
Yes.
Okay. Let me hear it. I'm ready when you are. I will mute so we can all hear you.
Okay, thank you. Every night in my dreams, I see you.
Excellent. Well done, you. Wow, hitting those big notes. So that was fabulous. So I am just going to ask you to do a little bit of singing at the beginning of the song, okay, so that we can try and get our breath and our sound together. So can you just sing for me the first couple of lines? Okay.
Is it with music or just without music?
Just without the music.
Okay. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go on.
Okay. Can you just give me an I want you to think every night, every night. Try and if we can try and get the silent, the H. Can you hear that at the moment we're going every night? And I want you to think every night. Can you just sing that for me?
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
Good, good. Can you see how what we've done is we've just harnessed the breath a little bit more there? Could you feel that? So we weren't having the kind of air escaping before we managed to get any sound out. So it's a bit like surfing. You have to have the board and the water and balance on it. And if something all goes wrong, then we find ourselves, and singing's a little bit like that. So what we want to try and do is always get the air and the sound together. So what I was hearing was the hair. Could you hear how my breath, I'd lost half a lung of breath before I'd even started. So it's really good if we can try and get that breath support just to help us a little bit. So we go every night, and it sounds like then we're more confident with our start, that we're really nailing every part of it, because after those first couple of lines, and I know that Celine Dion sings it with quite a lot of air in her tone when she sings it, but actually this is about Nelson singing My Heart Will Go On, not about Nelson singing Celine Dion singing My Heart Will Go On. So this is about your vocal that I'm interested in. So I want you to really think about trying to get the breath and the sound working together there. Okay, I'm hearing quite good, I'm seeing quite good space in the mouth, which is great. And when you were getting into the song got a lot stronger and a lot more supported air-wise. So it was just the beginning bit where I wrote, if we can just harness that breath just a little bit more, it will just make the song a little bit more secure. So can you just try that line for me, just those two lines, just again, without the every, but every.
Every night. Oh wait, I forgot to put it. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
Okay, good. So how does that feel? Does that something that you can work on? Just think about harnessing the breath and the sound together so that they don't go off in different directions, and that will also help you sing to the end of your phrase. Okay? Excellent. Well done, well done. And we've got Hannah back again now. Excellent. Hannah, would you like to sing for us now? Sorry, we lost connection, so I hope you don't mind that we moved on with Nelson, because I want to make sure that you both you and Gary have the time to sing. So if you can come forward now and sing and talk to me.
Okay, so I'm singing Light of the World by Tim Hughes.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Light of the world, you step down to darkness. Open my eyes, let me see. Beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent with And here I am to worship. Here I am to bow down. Here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. King of all days, oh so highly exalted, glorious in heaven above. Humbly you came to the earth you created, all for love's sake became poor. And here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. Oh, I'll never know how much it costs to see my sin upon that cross. I'll never know how much it costs to see my sin upon that cross. King of all days, oh so highly exalted, glorious in heaven above. Humbly you came to the earth you created, all for love's sake became poor. And here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent. Good. So this is a Christian song, a religious song. Excellent. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to sing it again for me, but I would like you to think about space inside the mouth just a little bit more. Not space at the front, but space inside. So I'm going to get you to just put your thumb in your mouth. I know, I'm sorry that it feels a bit strange. And I'd just like you to sing your first little bit again for me, please.
Light of the world, you step down to darkness. Open my eyes, let me see.
Okay. Could you hear the difference in your voice there?
Yeah.
So it was just open, it just opened up the sound just a little bit more. Your voice is lovely and a cappella and fabulous. So you're singing one of my favorite genres, you're singing a cappella, unaccompanied singing, which means I can really hear how you sound. There's nowhere to hide because you can't hide behind a backing track because that's not there for you. But so if we can just open that space just a little bit more, could you feel how the resonant sound just increased? So I would like you to sing that for me again now and imagine the thumb. I won't make you do it again, but it is a tool for the toolbox to just see how that sounds. And then am I still making that sound? What I'm getting you to do is just undo the back teeth just a little bit more. Can you see what you're doing now? You're kind of going, it's almost like that happy surprised breath that we talked about with Ananthu when he was singing. It was just that kind of lift So that just creates a little bit more space in the mouth. So if you could try that for me again, please, that would be amazing.
Light of the world, you step down to darkness. Open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent with you.
Good. How does that feel? Is that feeling okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we have now is, I think, a more rounded, resonant tone. The tone was wonderful before, but it just felt, and I know that it's really scary singing in front of lots of people and like, who is this strange woman giving me tips on my singing? But if we can just relax that little bit of jaw, we don't want to open too widely because we don't want to be popping our jaw, but just a little bit more. If we do the blah, 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 blah exercise, so that's a tip for a little toolbox tip for you, is think about that kind of blah, blah. So we're just keeping that and that happy surprise breath. Da, 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 so that it keeps everything really, you've got good breath support. So well done. So, because you're nailing one of the most essential parts, is to get that breath to support your sound. So now we just want to make sure that we've got that good space inside our mouth all of the time. So I'd like you to work through your song off air, obviously, but just think about that nice sound. And when you put your happy surprise breath in, then you started to smile, and that again creates a much more resonant sound. So enjoy your singing, because your voice is beautiful. So please make sure when you're singing that you enjoy your song, because as a listener, it was really, really wonderful. Does that make sense to you? So just open that just a little bit more, and that just creates just a bigger sound for you without you even having to work any harder. So it's kind of a win-win. We like win-win things. So if you can work on that, that would be amazing. Thank you very much for some beautiful singing. And I'm going to ask Gowrie now if she can unmute, please. Thank you, Hannah.
Hi.
Hi, Gowrie. How are you?
Good.
Good. What are you going to sing for us today?
Of yourself by
Oh, we have a little slight, we have just a slight technical, you're in and out a little bit. Could you just repeat that for me again?
Myself by Justin Bieber.
Okay. So when you're ready, I will mute myself. So we.
The clouds again. Think oh my heart, you think I'm crying? I didn't want to write a song. I still can't hold back. It's something I know. Hold back, maybe I'm doing like you, she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I didn't see what's going on.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you, my lovely. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but the bandwidth is creating real issues. So I'm only hearing a few notes because the internet connection is slightly slow. I'm not quite sure how we can fix that. I don't know whether Tutors Valley can do anything to assist you at all. but it's just jumping a little bit on your sound. Can we just try it again? Do you mind trying it again for me to see if I can hear? That would be wonderful. Sorry to interrupt you.
All the times that you were not using my name, you think you broke my go for goodness. You think I'm crying out all my life. I didn't want to stop. I didn't want anything after all, but you still show up. You're moving on. I think you just now players know that my mama don't feel like you and if I was wrong. I quit my job, didn't see what's going on. I've been on my own, cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on, just say the only problem was with you and not them. Every time you told me my opinion was wrong, you made it where I from. And I didn't want to run, 'cause I didn't want you thinking I still care. I don't, but still wanna. I've been moving on, and I think you should be something I know that. Maybe you should know that. When my mother, she likes everyone, but I liked you, and then I was
Gary, I'm going to have to stop you again. I'm awfully sorry. We're getting only bits of your singing, which is a shame. What I did hear was really lovely. Could you sing a little bit a cappella to see if that will make any difference? It might not, but can you just sing the chorus for me?
Cause it feels like, cause if you think I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. And if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go love yourself.
Okay, so I heard a little bit more then. I think I may have to give you some feedback, maybe in a different, we might have to meet again, because what I'm hearing is a lovely voice. So let me just tell you, I can hear a lovely voice there. Unfortunately, the internet is not playing so kind with us. And I don't think, no matter what we try and do, I don't think Tutors Valley can make your bandwidth anymore. So what I'm hearing was nice and tuneful. Da, 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 da. So a nice voice and nice and clear when I can hear it, and nice and tuneful, lyrical, musical. But it's very difficult for me to give you feedback because it was in and out as such. So it's really hard for me to be able to give you feedback, which now it suddenly looks like it might have corrected, because suddenly it's got the bandwidth has increased. Can you sing for me again very quickly, a cappella? Just sing me that chorus again, and I just want you to think about lots of space and happy surprise breathing.
Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something. You should go and love yourself.
I can hear you. Brilliant. Okay, can you give me a little bit more space like I asked Hannah to do? So I'm going to ask you to just put your thumb in your mouth, okay? And I want you to, okay, so your thumb is there. And I want you to sing with your thumb in just for a minute, so it's actually giving you more space between your teeth.
If you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself.
Excellent. Could you hear the difference? Because I could. Can you feel the difference? I can. It was almost like you were kind of got the back teeth together too much. So I want you to just relax that a little bit. I'm putting the thumb in. I know is very strange, but it's creating a little bit more space in these back teeth. So therefore the jaw's just relaxing a little bit more. So I'd like you to think about singing that chorus for me once more. I'm not going to ask you to put your thumb in, but I'm going to ask you to just think about how that felt and try and remember that and sing that for me once more with a more relaxed jaw. Could you try that for me?
'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself.
Excellent. So I would like you to think about having that little bit more space inside the mouth. So we're thinking space inside. I don't want you kind of flapping the mouth around on the outside, but just on the inside, try and think about that space between the teeth, because that's just lifting your sound so much more. And if you think about that happy, surprised face, that also creates that space inside the mouth. Okay, so there are some similar tools that have been given out. So we're going to think about getting our air working with our sound. It's not going to escape first. We're going to make sure that we breathe into high notes, because that helps us be positioned up there already without causing any problems. We're going to make sure that we use our breathing to the end of our phrases, but we're going to keep our shoulders down because we don't want to attach our shoulders to our ears. We're just going to make sure we use that. And we're going to think about that space inside the mouth a little bit more and relaxing the jaw, but having that space in the teeth. So all of you have done an amazing, amazing job today. Thank you so much for coming on and joining in. I hope that you've all found something that you think, oh, that's something that I can try with my singing. If you've got any questions at all about what we've talked about today, then please, if you'd like to direct them to Tutors Valley, they will come back and ask me, and I'm more than happy to kind of let you know if there's anything more, if there's anything you didn't understand. So I'm hoping that all of you understood everything that we've done, and we tried to run it through a couple of times when I asked you to do something so that you could remember and feel how it was. It's been a pleasure and a privilege actually to work with such amazing young people, all of whom have fabulous voices. And I hope I see you again. I'll be looking out for you, I'm sure, going into lots of different talent programs and making records in the future. And I shall say, oh, I remember doing a little bit of work with them. So stay safe, enjoy your singing, and make sure that you have lots of fun with it. And because you've all got, I'm sure, bright singing futures ahead of you. All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.